Well, hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Northwest Small Batch Brewing, and today I am making a ginger Saison. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I did not take French in high school. This is a test batch. I have not done like an experiment or a test batch for quite a while. So I came across this recipe and I thought, gosh, I love ginger. And I thought it would be interesting, but it's one of those beers where you go, gee, ginger, do I really want like 5 gallons of a ginger anything? So I thought, I'm going to do a test batch. I'm going to do a 1 gallon test batch to see how it turns out. What's it taste like? Is it worth doing a bigger batch? Maybe I'll enjoy it, but not enough, to have that much of it. So what the heck? So I went out into the garage, and I dusted off my old mash and boil, coffee urn style brewing machine that sucks. And it's why I say it sucks is because it has this huge variance. I meant to Google and see if anyone's figured out how to jailbreak it and adjust, because it's got like a 6-degree variance in either direction. So if you set it for 150 mash, it will actually go 6 degrees cooler before it turns on and 6 degrees over before it turns off. So, I mean, it's ridiculous for mashing, but, I manage, especially for like a 1 gallon batch. Anyway, let's jump into it and let's take a look at the grain bill real quick. So to start with, I have 2 pounds of Belgian Pilsner, and keep in mind this is a 1 pound or 1.5 gallon batch is what I'm doing. I've got 11, almost 12 ounces. We'll say 11.10 ounces of Munich, 10 Lovibond Munich, 6 ounces of caramel wheat, about 45 Lovibond, 4 ounces of Belgian Candi Sugar, because it is a Belgian type beer, and a handful of rice hulls. Now I would have added some dextrin malt, but I ran out, so, and it's only a gallon batch, so we're okay. So I'll throw that in the mill and mill that up, and then I will throw that back in the mill and mill it up a second time. I've been doing a lot of double milling lately, and I've been pretty happy with the results. All right, so let's get to rapid fire brew day. All right, let's not take too long on this. I think you guys know the process, so we'll just go real quick here. All right, strike water, you're up first. Set your strike water to the temperature you want. Next, we mash in at 147 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you have a better system than me, you will hopefully be able to hold it at that temperature properly. After about an hour of mashing, we're going to go ahead and drain the main grain. Drain the grain. And we'll bring it up to a boil. And this first boil edition, the 60-minute edition, is 0.3, you heard me right, 0.3 ounces of Hallertauer 10-alpha acid. The next addition is actually going to be the ginger. So I took 1 ounce of ginger and I ground it up with a little cheese grater, skin and everything, and the 4 ounces of light Belgian Candi Sugar. So at 15 minutes till the end of the boil, I threw those in to sanitize the ginger, get the flavor out of it, and melt the sugar. We are now at 5 minutes till the end of the boil, so this is your final call. Final addition, 0.2 ounces of Styrian Goldings at 5.5 alpha acid. Take your original gravity reading if you want, and then cover up your kettle, wrap it if you feel like wrapping it for safety, and set it aside for no chill. Once it is down to pitching temperature, in this case 68 degrees Fahrenheit, go ahead and transfer it to a sanitized fermenter. I am using the Northern Brewer little Big Mouth, Little Big Mouth. I like it because it holds almost 1.5 gallons. So if you're doing it like a gallon batch, you can do 1.5 gallons, and that accounts for the extra trub and the yeast cake and everything. And you can still get about 1 gallon out of it. And it has a spigot. If you get the one with a spigot, which is kind of nice, you can just attach a bottling wand to it, and you're all good to go for bottling. If you want to be lazy, like me. So transfer to the fermenter, put on the top, make sure it's sealed up so it doesn't go anywhere. And now you know what time it is, because you need to aerate that yeast. Well, you could aerate the yeast, but we're going to aerate the wort. So shake the bejesus. I mean shake the bejesus out of that fermenter for about a minute. I just count to 60 slowly, and you should have plenty of air in it at that time. Next, we're going to take off the top, and we're going to put in the yeast. So the yeast I have for today is a Belgian yeast, considering this is a Belgian Saison. This is a Safale BE 134 yeast. And we'll go ahead and pitch the yeast. And then once you pitch it, if you want, you can give it a little swirl just to make sure it all kind of gets saturated with the wort. And then you put the top on. Put a airlock. In this case, I'm actually going to switch it out for a blow-off tube, because when you have these 1 gallon batches, man, they can get explosive. And when you have it so close to the top, it's just smarter to have a blow-off tube. And now, what do? We wait.
1 eternity later.
So, it has been 30 days. It is time to get a reading. I will put that up on the screen, and you'll see that the original gravity was 1062. Final gravity came in at, 1003. So that's pretty good. Making this 7.9%, a little bit more than I expected, but not that much more. But, woo, this is going to be a hefty one. So, let's get this bottle up. So, first thing I'm going to do is add the priming sugar. I'm going to move it into a bottling, which is basically a second fermenter that I have. And I'm just going to pop on a bottling wand and make it super easy. Make sure you watch carefully. You may notice, as I am capping the final bottle, something special happens. And it is not fun, let me tell you. We'll be back in 2 weeks to taste this ginger Saison. Okay, welcome to the final hour, the tasting. I'm not going to go over this too much because I've already shown it on the screen, but I'm just reading the label that I put on here. Ginger Saison, 1062 OG, 1003 FG, so 7.9%. And it's, this PET bottle, it's pretty stiff. Man, I hope this doesn't geyser. Oh, I don't usually bottle condition, so I guess we'll find out. No geyser so far. Okay. Ooh, it's got really strong smell coming off it. Wow, it's much darker than I thought it would be. Trying to see if any kind of head retention. Yes, so there it's coming up. It's coming up. Nice. Well, I know it's hard to see on camera and whatnot. It's, you know, it's not see-through, but I mean, it's relatively clear. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and drink it and let's see what it tastes like. I'm gonna need a few more sips. So, I will say that I would not want to do a 5 gallon batch of this. At least not without changing it. I think I would try to add something to up the mouthfeel, the body, and maybe even a little bit of the head retention. So, yeah. But otherwise, it's definitely drinkable. It's not bad. It just isn't something that I would want to, 5 gallons of. So, there you go. I hope that you found it interesting. If you're ever thinking about making a ginger saison yourself, maybe it at least gives you something to think about. So, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you in a week for another new video. And as always, keep on brewing.